Please watch this video in 720p resolution for better vision and turn your screen into landscape mode. Hello friends, welcome to the world of English literature. Here are some of the standard questions which will help you to boost your preparation for NET and different set exams. So let's begin. Question number 1 is: a dramatist writes a play at the request of a friend and then writes in the epistle dedicatory that the play is not what the friend had intended it to be. The playwright and the play are, so there are four options. Let me read the options for you. The first option is John Millington Synge, and his novel's name is Riders to the Sea. The second option is W.B. Yeats, and his work's name is Purgatory. Option number C, the writer's name is Oscar Wilde, and the work is The Importance of Being Earnest. Option number D, George Bernard Shaw, and the work is Man and Superman. Try to answer this question. So let me tell you, the answer of this question will be option number D, George Bernard Shaw, and his work is Man and Superman. Let me explain the answer for you. That friend for whom Shaw, that friend whom George Bernard Shaw addresses in his epistle dedicatory was Arthur Bingham Walkley, a dramatic critic of the times. Shaw was told by him to write a comedic drama, but at the end it turns out to be a philosophical one. Note two important points to be kept in mind which forms the basis of many questions in NET or set exams about this play is that it has life force concept of Shaw. So this drama Men and Superman has a concept called life force concept. It was given by George Bernard Shaw. So this question often comes in many exams, that in which work of GB Shaw we see the life force concept. The answer will be Man and Superman. And the second point to keep in mind is that it contains the Don Juan in dream sequence, in which there is a philosophical debate between Don Juan and the commander of the hell. Actually, the full phrase which is used for this uh, episode in the drama is Don Juan in hell. Remember this phrase, Don Juan in hell. So this whole episode known as Don Juan in hell, it comes in this drama. Let's move forward to question number 2. Question number 2 is: the setting of Tom Brown's school days is option number 1 Oxford Academy, option number 2 Eton, option number 3 Rugby School, option number D London Seminary. Guess, try to answer this question. The answer to this question will be Rugby School. Explanation is it's a 1857 novel by the English novelist Tom Hughes set in the rugby school. Note: this point which I am going to tell you is very important, and please keep it in mind. Most of you would have read this thing or in their graduation or post graduation days. So let me revise it for you. This rugby school which has been mentioned in this question, it's a famous boarding school in England. The famous English poet Matthew Arnold's father was the headmaster of this school, due to which we find many direct and indirect references of this school in his literary works. One example is his 1867 poem named Rugby Chapel. He wrote this poem after the death of his father. Let's move forward to question number 3. So, question number 3 is A Far Cry from Africa is written by Ben Okri, Langston Hughes, Derek Walcott, or Gabriel Okara. It's an easy question. It's an easy question. So the answer will be Derek Walcott. The explanation is it's a poem by Derek Walcott written in 1962. It was written by 1962 and it's the name of a poem. It's a very powerful poem, very famous and powerful poem. It is based on the Mau Mau rebellion in Kenya. So this question often comes in many exams that A Far Cry from Africa, this famous poem by Derek Walcott, is based on which revolution? So the answer of this will be Mau Mau rebellion in Kenya. Note: Derek Walcott had a Euro-African ancestry. His works speak of Africa's plight due to European colonialism, and he received 1992 Nobel Prize in Literature. Let's move forward to question number 4. In which novel do we get the character of Bulstrode? So the options are Little Dorrit, Middlemarch, The Americans, David Copperfield. The answer will be option number B, Middlemarch. Explanation: Mr. Bulstrode is an outsider to the place called Middlemarch, which is a fictional setting of the novel. So this title Middlemarch, it's actually the name of a fictional place created by the author in England. He moves there in his adulthood. So this character, Mr. Bulstrode, he moves there in his adulthood. He is not a native resident of this place called Middlemarch. He is an outsider. He comes there during his adulthood years and becomes the founder and financier of the new hospital. Note: Middlemarch is considered a classical novel by the Victorian novelist Mary Ann Evans. She wrote under the pen name of George Eliot. So George Eliot seemed or was accepted or considered as a male name, and that was a period, the Victorian period in England was a male dominated patriarchal society. So this uh, writer, this female writer named Mary Ann Evans, she adopted a male name, a pen name which she considered that it would be more acceptable if she wrote under a pseudonym, or you can say a pen name, of George Eliot. It was published around 1871 or 72 in installments. Let's move forward to our last question, question number 5. Jonathan Swift's A Tale of a Tub was published in option number 1, 1696, option number B, 1704, option number C, 1706, and option number D, 1719. So the answer will be 1704. Explanation: it is a prose parody. It employs a sharp satirical tone to comment on the contemporary theological practices of the different branches of Christianity. So basically, it was a satire written to attack the practices of Christianity, which the author Jonathan Swift deemed to be misleading and was corrupting the society. Jonathan Swift, by and large, is counted as one of the most celebrated satirical writers, which we call satirists, in the history of English literature. So, friends, if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel. I shall be uploading such videos on a regular basis on my channel. Thanks.